Hey guys, I want to share some stuff about atomic air wraps. Atomic air wraps, super cool. And so what I want to talk to you about is changing the orientation of the perpendicularness of your atom, you know? And so we can think about atoms as like this. We have here, this is one, and you can kind of see that the triangle's facing down. And then we have this one. You can see that the triangle's facing up, right? And so it's making a very similar pattern, but you can see that they're two completely different things. Like, I can totally get real close to the non-native hand with this variation, but like this, oh fuck, you know? And so it's totally different, but they make similar appearances. But it's good to be able to switch between them, and I'm going to tell you how right now using air wraps. And so the idea is that normally when we do an air wrap, we have our planes are fairly perpendicular, and then we'll bend them a little bit so they can intersect, and they'll wrap around each other and come through this way. And they come out, and if we just leave them there without correcting our plane's actually like the inversion, or like, I don't want to use that word, you know, but it's the opposite along the line that your hands make when they come out. And so we can exaggerate that, so it's 90 degrees. We wrap them, they spin through the center and come out 90 degrees the other way. So let's say we're doing vertical versus vertical. That will happen here in front of me, and then they'll come out facing towards me. So check this out. Here, the poi are going to collide at a point right there in front of me, about here. About here. Wink. Now you can see the poi are about to collide here, directly in front of me, like I'm outside of the box, and they're colliding at the corner. I wrap them again, wink. And now I can step into that box, and they're colliding here. So I've changed the orientation of the way that they're meeting perpendicularly. From the front, that looks just kind of like an air wrap, you know what I mean? Which is great. But check it out from the side, you know. If I have my standard kind of, like the atomic weave thing that we all know and love, you know, here, with the hands crossed, we can stop right there. If I take it and turn 90 degrees, you'll notice that they're going to collide. Well, that's perfect. It allows for the air wrap. Collide, pull through, boom. Now I can turn back, and I have that not cross-hand variation of our atomic, you know. And if I want to go back to the cross-arm variation, whoop, right, boom. And we can do that on both sides. Either variation we want. Coolest part about that is that little helix that it makes inside of your split opposite butterfly thing that you got going on, you know, like this thing kind of looks like split opposite butterfly, right? And then when you make your little helix there, it's on the inside. And you can put your tethers real close together. I mean, the heads, if you connect them real close, it makes a real tight little helix. And if you connect more towards the center of your tethers, it makes a larger helix in that little butterfly. And so that leads to some pretty cool effects. Another cool thing that you can do with this is, because it's all about plane bending, and let's say we have perpendicular planes, bend for just a second into this 90, connect them, pull through, and then they come out, bend right back into your parallel planes, right? So here we are, parallel planes. This hand, my right hand is going forward, connect, boom. Now my right hand is going in reverse, you know. And that's kind of a cool thing to have access to. And the way I'm doing that is just with an air wrap, right? Here's like split, this is going forward, boom. Now this is going reverse, see? And that's cool to me, I like that. And you can connect them there in the front and kind of pull that helix towards you. Or you can do it, it's a little more difficult, but you can connect them in the back and launch it forward to change direction also. Another thing you can do is, since we're doing this plane bending shit, you can connect them. And instead of pulling it all the way through so that it inverts, you can bring your hands forward to meet it and cancel it out and change plane, blink, into this one, wall plane, 90 degrees different. And you can do the same thing here, back to your butterfly, blink, wall plane this way, opposite direction now. So it gives you a lot of shit to play with like plane bends and different shapes and cool patterns and stuff you can make with all that. And it really helps because, like, if you start fucking around with the tilted atomics, you can see this one's pointed upward, right? And then if I turn around, boom, now it's pointed downward. I don't know if you can see that, but keep it the same. Don't really change anything. It's pointed upward. I'm not bending or anything here. It's like this one's pointed downward, right? Turn around. Now it's pointed upward. You can see that. Wink. And now it's pointed downward. I don't know what's fucking happening there, but something is. So that means if I'm facing you, doing some cool trick while it's pointed downward, and I want to do a trick and face you that's requiring it to be pointed upward, well, I'm kind of shit out of luck unless I do this air wrap things, right? So here we go. You know, this trick's going on. Instead of turning around, I can just do the air wrap, and now I have this one, you know? And so that's a cool thing to have access to be able to change your orientation for your atomics and stuff, and to change your direction. And I hope that was fun. Enjoy that.